All right, lads and ladies, strap yourself in because we're going back to the year 2000, a time where footballers had frosted tips, baggy kits, and they genuinely believed wearing a full suit to a nightclub was peak fashion. The Millennium Bug didn't end the world as many had predicted, but Manchester United's decision to skip the FA Cup certainly had some fans on the verge of extinction. England went to the Euro 2000 with high hopes and left with their tails between their legs because, well, let's be honest, that French team had Zidane, Henry, and it was crisper than a fresh £5 note. We'll ask if Villa are the new Leeds. We'll sink our teeth into another one of Fainty's corners before introducing a new weekly challenge. We'll relive all the drama, the heartbreak, and the absolute chaos of the 99-2000 season. So, grab an old-fashioned, settle in, and let's talk noughties football. I think I nailed it. I just think I just absolutely hit that fucking out of the park, pal. All right, mate. Have fun. Diolch. See you, bye.
You got the introductory blab.
Once upon a time, many moons ago.
Bob, you know what I kept laughing at the other day?
I don't do that.
You know what I kept laughing at the other day is Bob, how quick Bob got Pizza Hut on the Fulham sponsor. And then I just remember how every night when we played COD at about midnight, Bob would be having a pizza in the oven. I was second, I'm just eating me Mott's and pizza.
Oh, Mott's, right. Oh, right. Oh.
Sorry, Jason, carry on.
Where was I? 1999-2000 Premier League season. Who won the league?
United.
Yeah, United. 91 points, and Arsenal had 70-something points.
Bob, you're on Wikipedia right now, yeah?
Table. Leeds are top of the table in December. I remember it like yesterday.
How old were you, Fainty?
4.
4? Can you name the three teams that got relegated?
I'll give you one.
Wimbledon.
Did Bradford get relegated or did they stay?
They just survived. No, they came up to the 16th. They just survived, Mark. Come on, lads.
Out of it then. Coventry.
Coventry, good one, yeah.
Coventry? They did not get relegated though, you know?
No, they did all right that year, didn't they? Because they had fucking, what's his name? He was scoring all the goals.
Robbie Keane?
Watford.
What a player.
Mate, I have no idea what you're I don't even know if you guys are joking. I've been dead serious right now.
No. They didn't.
Wimbledon. Wimbledon, that one?
Google it and so they finished dead at last.
Sheffield Wednesday?
One of the Sheffield teams, I reckon, went down.
Yeah, that's Wednesday.
7th season. We had United winning the 6th Premier League title they had. They relegated Wimbledon, Sheffield United, and Watford.
Sheffield United?
Yep.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, sorry, Sheffield Wednesday. I'm bloody reading it and saying Sheffield United.
I was going to say.
Sheffield Wednesday don't matter, do they? So.
English is a second language.
Thanks, Mark. Nobody gives me the credit for that, ever. You know how hard it is?
We got Paulie C watching us every Monday from home. He's going to be fucking raging when he says Sheffield United.
I mean, his team to be relegated a few times, so I don't think I made it without the truth. Champions League that year was United, Arsenal, and Leeds. This is the start and the end of the Leeds. We have a cup: Liverpool, Chelsea, and Leicester City.
Which is massive because Liverpool won the UEFA Cup the next season. Spoilers for the next episode, but
in that crazy final.
But we'll skip next week's episode there now.
Leicester won the cup, right? And got into Europe.
Is it the one that when they beat Cardiff? No, they didn't beat Cardiff. They beat.
Was it the year that they won the League Cup and beat Tranmere in the final?
I know they won the cup.
Tranmere made it to the League Cup final, and it might have been that year. Should have probably looked it up, but that's not that.
All I remember is Kevin Phillips scored 30 goals and got the golden boot for Sunderland.
He did, mate. He
All I
did.
remember.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
3 years old, absolutely fucking
Yeah.
buzzing.
And he got Player of the Month in October. I remember that as well. I remember that. I remember that one. It was around Halloween. Remember.
So, this is so
Did you
bad.
dress up as Kevin Phillips that year?
I dressed up as Kevin.
That's
Oh my God.
2000 League Cup final. Leicester against Tranmere. Tranmere won 2-1. Nah, Leicester won 2-1.
We have the Conference Cup now, don't we? Is that the Conference, the European Cup, the Conference Cup?
Yeah, the Conference League.
What was it called in 1999, 2000? I don't really remember.
Intertoto Cup.
Intertoto Cup. Well done, Mac Brownlee. 10 points for you when we get into Faintest Corner already. Well done, mate.
There's 3 winners of the Intertoto Cup each year. Remember?
3 winners.
Yeah. Right. They have 3 finals, and there was 3 winners that were declared.
Did not know that.
Because there was like an odd. They did it weird. It was a weird format. And you had to enter it was like a lottery to enter. So if you wanted to play in the competition, you could submit an application to play in. So this year, 99 to 2000, Bradford, who just escaped relegation, the following year they applied to enter into the Intertoto Cup and they got in.
Well, yeah, Villa and Bradford was a team that were in, yeah.
When you say Bradford, the highlight games, Bradford v Wimbledon, starting 11th, the Faintest Corner, just in case you want to get a head start. 1999, 2000. Just get a head start, yeah.
Talk about the Wirral Warriors, Tranmere Rovers, Super White Army, making it to the League Cup final that year.
Wait, is the Whale Warriors an actual thing?
Oh, they're just Super White Army, Tranmere Rovers, pride of the Wirral.
True story, Mark. Every time I want to text you, I really struggle because if I put Mark Brownlee and nothing comes up, if I put in Wirral Warrior, I find you.
Mark was the Wirral Warrior when he had his school cap on, right?
Yeah.
I almost superimposed your face onto a pet check.
Oh, mate, you should have done it. Should have done it.
It looked shit, so I didn't.
Probably got a picture of it somewhere.
Oh, it's fucking brilliant.
Here we
That'd
go.
be class.
I think he's trying to do something. Yeah.
Better, Alan. Better.
You can hear me clearly.
That's how you get clear now.
We're doing flying a plane.
Getting ready for the dance, excuse me. And a little-
April 3rd.
Hold on, I'm trying to work out. He was at Chelsea. Top scorer of our season, Kevin Phillips, was 30 goals. Best goalkeeper was Ed De Goey. Who did he play for to get
Yeah,
15
Chelsea.
clean sheets? I just literally just said that, didn't I?
Ed De Hoy.
Head that way.
Chelsea, yeah.
Do you know where else he played for in the Premier League? Without looking at it?
United, right?
Leicester. Fulham.
Stoke City.
Oak City. Ed the Gooey.
Biggest home win of the season. Who gets the biggest home win of the season?
United,
Leicester.
7-0.
Coventry, Robbie King scored 7.
No, I'm trying to remember the detail.
Calvin Phillips. Calvin.
Calvin. Not even Kevin, Calvin.
Oh,
might not
Calvin.
even been down there.
Oh, yeah. That's wrong year. Wrong year.
Fucking hell. We played a while at Calvin Phillips.
Who was it?
Newcastle.
Newcastle beat United.
No,
5-0.
that'd be Sheffield Wednesday, 8-0.
Trick. I made Shearer score 4.
400. Biggest away win. Who got biggest away win?
The people listening could just go on the Wikipedia page of 99 to 2000 and just follow along, right?
Yeah, it was not as entertaining as this. Was it? Oh, you mean, I thought you meant they could just go.
Yeah.
Save yourself some time.
Liverpool got a lot of shit about, what was it, 5-6 years ago, refusing. Oh, we didn't refuse. We had that World Cup final in whatever, and we just send a shitty team to go play in the FA Cup. I think we end up losing. And Klopp gets a lot of shit for basically just not caring about the FA Cup. United pulled out this year and didn't play in the FA Cup because of the same reason, pretty much.
The FA told them that they had to go and play, basically, in the
World Cup.
in the local cup. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Liverpool one was the League Cup, wasn't it? Because it was in like December, so it was like the League Cup quarterfinal against Villa.
You might be right, actually. I thought
It was like two games on the same day. But yeah, I do.
Yeah, 2 different continents.
Obviously, we won the Champions League, got into that, and then the FA were like, "You've got to go and play this, but you have to come out of the FA Cup." So United said, "All right, we'll do that then." And then there was a big stink from everyone. No, that's not right. You should be in the FA Cup. You've got to do this.
Especially as holders as well.
Forget about the World Cup, blah blah blah. But, So it was a big stink, and I think I remember it might have been the Mirror or like the Daily Star, and there's like pictures of everyone like, it's back for the game, don't do it, stay in the FA Cup. All nobodies that from back in 2000. They're like a lottery winner guy saying, "Oh yeah, Man United should be in the FA Cup, not going to the Club World Cup." Like, the FA was doing it to sort relationships out, or something along those. I remember reading about it, but like, if we weren't to go, how bad would that look on English football? You know what I mean? As well,
Yeah.
Like they were like, "That's why you've got to go."
I remember seeing there was a picture used in all the tabloids and all the the news. Was all the United players like playing beach football. It was in Brazil, wasn't it?
Mate, I've listened to a load of like podcasts and stuff, and I'm sure Roy Keane mentions it on the overlap as well about like they were just fucking around, and like I think they won. They beat Palmeiras 1-0.
Was it the same time of year? Was it like December?
Yeah, January.
Okay, so it was like when the FA Cup was starting.
It got third round first weekend, and we weren't in it because we was there.
Yeah, I think that image of them just on the beach playing football while
That got down well either.
Yeah, it was a damning image that they used against United, which, I mean,
Meanwhile, they still pissed the league.
Right. By 8-2 once they won it. Yeah. I mean,
do you guys think I think it's changed a lot now, but just in general in terms of the backlash, like those players playing football on the beach is not really a big problem, is it? Like,
No.
I think it's just the old optics of it all.
yeah, sure, and that's what I mean. So that's my follow-up question then to be like, was it as bad of a situation in terms of, one, not playing the FA Cup, two, I mean, they're in Brazil. If they're on the beach playing football, is that damning? Or is it just the context of it that they've made it worse?
That they definitely tried to make it worse because of they got caught playing football on the beach. Like,
do you mean get caught as if they've broken the law? Like,
the paparazzi have snapped them, you know what I mean? It's not there's nothing wrong with it, but they've gone, "Oh, look at these guys. They don't care about English FA Cup, and they're sunning themselves, loving themselves on the beach." You're in fucking Brazil. It's 30 degrees. If not more. Don't just sit there and relay. Like, who knows if it was an off day? Who knows if it was just like, in park training, whatever. But it's done.
What's the general consensus between us six? Do you think it's the right decision to go and do that, or stay in England and do the FA Cup?
I mean, the FA told them to go, so yeah, I went.
Oh, right, yeah, so it's, yeah. Did the FA back them up? I can't remember if the FA backed them up after the...
That didn't come out until like 2 years later that the FA told them.
Right. So at the time, the FA didn't do anything and they didn't support them. Right.
And it's like, if the rules were, if you win the Champions League, or like you go into play in the Club World Cup, so they've entered it. Unfortunate it was the same time as the start of the FA Cup, but what can you do?
Is it that unfortunate, or is it just poor planning from, I guess, UEFA?
Well, I mean,
I don't think anyone else had that problem, have they? Like, they're probably still in their winter break, so we don't have a winter break.
Yeah, but you know that we don't have a winter break in England. They know that they play all through the year. You know, probably the winner is going to come out of Europe somewhere, odds are United will be one of the best teams in Europe.
Most countries in Europe have winter break.
Yeah. And that would have been planned way, like, you think about United won Champions League in May. That would have been planned way before that for where they're going to host it, the dates it's going to be. Like,
Who was the last team to win the Champions League English before United in 99?
Liverpool, not Forest.
Liverpool in 84.
Right, so that's fucking, 14 years before. I don't even think there was a Club World Cup then.
Yeah. Well, when is the Club World Cup now? Is it in late February? So it doesn't
Change the format of it all now, haven't they?
When Liverpool played, it was in December, like mid-December.
before the FA Cup.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, the thing they're doing in America this year is that like replace. I don't even know what's going on with that. Is it replacing it, or that's going to be in the summer? Isn't it?
Yeah. That's a full tournament, not just like it's not just 4 teams from 4 different continents. That's like a whole like
Yeah, they've reformatted it all now.
And they scrapped the original, like how it
yeah,
was.
because I'm pretty sure this one is the one that has like Inter Miami. It has whatever team that Ronaldo plays now out of Saudi. Like they brought teams in from like they'd never been in the conversation before.
Yeah, I think based upon the FA's decision, I think they did the right thing by going and representing the Premier League, right? Or the Carling Premiership, I think it was called back then. Go on, Bob. Say something, Bob. Go on, Jim. Say something.
Yeah, I think Bob wanted to say something, Bob. Can you come back to it?
Fuck me. Gonna be a long episode, this, isn't it, Fanny?
Nah, we'll get you now.
Yeah, what we got next?
We're going to Euro 2000s now, and we'll talk about England. And I think this might be the first year, or first tournament, should I say, with no, I think I'm lying to you, with them being the golden generation. Am I right or wrong in saying that, boys?
I think it was. I
think you're wrong. Yeah, probably more like 2002.
Yeah, you guys are right, because this still has a lot of the old heads in this team. Not the best Euros for you guys at all, actually. Go on, Dan.
Yeah.
Keep going.
knocked out in the group stages, 3 points.
Yeah.
At least we beat Germany, though.
Beat Germany with the Shearer squad.
Euro 1-0.
And then lost to Portugal and Romania. Yeah, because I think Romania was the second game. Obviously, favoured to win that one, already beat Germany. Lost that. I think it was.
Did Amutu play?
2-1.
Or was it a bit later than
Before him. It was like Dan Petrescu, the old Chelsea player, and I don't even know.
I don't think I can mention. I don't think I can have a player. Dan Petrescu was the only one that I knew.
Was that when Romania all the players bleached their hair blonde?
Yes, maybe.
I'd be way off.
And that was when it was either then or the 98 World Cup, because England played them in the 98 World Cup as well.
Yeah.
Who's the English player on this squad for England in Euro 2000?
The English player on the squad for England.
The youngest.
Yes. The airplanes.
Michael Owen is not. He's just not the youngest. I don't think he made the squad.
Yeah, he's in the squad.
Oh yeah, there he is. No, he's not the youngest. No.
Who else would have been coming through there? What was it?
Midfield.
Gerrard?
Steven Gerrard was 20 years of age as of Michael Owen, but he's still not the youngest.
Gareth Barry.
Gareth Barry, bing, 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 winner, chicken dinner. I didn't even know Gareth Barry was that good when he was that young. Like, to be picked up, I think.
He's got the most Premier League. Well, he's up there, isn't he? Like, he's like top 5 Premier League appearances, isn't he?
Yeah, he is up there. He's only 19, I think. At that point, he only had 2 caps. So, yeah, I agree with you. Most capped England player in that tournament?
Oh, God.
Alan Shearer.
Yeah.
David Seaman.
Alan Shearer is not. Neither is David Seaman. David Seaman's at 57. Alan Shearer, 60 caps going into this tournament.
Someone like Tony Adams still around.
Tony Adams with 62, though, close. Not a bad squad, this, at all. So the crashing out like this was pretty bad.
Remember, the Portugal had like the likes of Figo. I think wasn't that quite a high scoring game? Like
Oh yeah, they had Rui Costa, Luis Figo.
Rui Costa.
That's some team, that one.
I
Romania.
remember my mum being in love with I think his name was Nuno Gomez,
Did you dad
Portugal
know?
striker.
There's your dad.
More hair than my dad.
What do you guys think of this crash out from England, and why did they crash out? What's the
Kevin Keegan was the manager.
were they just shit?
He was a wank.
And do you think you do a better job?
Yeah.
All right, thanks for the conversation. See you guys next week.
No, I mean, obviously, how old are you, Dad?
36.
No, how old were you? You're 36 then. You're looking well, Dad. You're looking well to be fair.
I was 11.
60 this year.
12. 11 or 12.
12. All right, so you remember it. I was 8 or 9. So I remember it a little bit, but, not much to...
I think he was 4 and 3 months.
I mean,
remember some of it.
It was probably massive beating Germany that first game and then just absolutely blowing it.
I think 2-0 against Portugal.
2-0 as well.
Yeah. Scholesy and McManaman scored, and then Figo, João Pinto, and Nuno Gomez brings it back. You beat Germany the second game 1-0, Alan Shearer with a goal, and then crash out to Romania with Chivu, Monteyu, and
What was the score in that game?
what do you say?
What was the score against Romania?
3-2.
No, 3-2.
Shearer penalty, and Michael Owen scored it.
Like Swiss cheese.
You talk about Kevin Keegan, that's typical Kevin Keegan, right? Just hit at the back, scored a couple of goals, but still got beat.
Fucking shit. Kevin Keegan wank.
Swiss cheese at the back.
Tell him. So, every tournament has a big final. Who remembers the two teams in this final?
France, Italy.
France, Italy. Do you know who won, Dan?
France.
David Trezeguet, golden goal.
Yeah, 105th minute.
Golden goal. You done your
It was a
own.
good finish. That was a good finish off.
Can you tell everybody describe the goal for us there, Fainty?
I have no idea.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
I was to guess what Trezeguet did in this moment. What's happened was is Henri playing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Henri's playing. And what happened is Henri drifts inside. Trezeguet's made a late midfield run. Henri slipped him in. Keeper's come out. Tight angle. Trezeguet just lifted it over him. Golden
Yeah,
goal.
that's not that far off, And he hit the bar and win it.
That was my next bit after that. And as it was going in, it came off the crossbar and interrupted.
This France team though is insane. Fabio Van Teden goal, Liam Thuram, Marcel Desailly, Laurent Blanc, Lizarazu, Patrick Vieira, Didier Deschamps, Djorkaeff, Caesar in midfield with Henri and De Grey up front. Come off the bench was Simon Walton, David Trezeguet, and Robert Perez to win the game.
That wasn't Christian Karambou? Is he French? In that squad?
Yeah, I think he's French. I don't know if he's French.
That's something like winning the World Cup in 98, Euros 2017.
I tell you, he's in the squad now. Yeah, I don't know.
The Italy squad was decent as well.
We had
Nesta, Maldini, Cannavaro. Like,
Del
outrageous.
Piero playing around that time.
El Piero.
Del Piero was on the bench
He was playing up front for them, though?
right now.
Not right. No, in that final, he was playing up front.
They had Totti in the 10 and Della Viccio up front. Yeah, that one.
Surprised Del Piero is on the bench. What a baller.
I mean, he was class, actually. In his heyday. My computer isn't working, so I can't read them all enough. Well, the next point was to talk about Leeds, to be honest with you. Leeds made it into... Well, this is the year the Leeds spent all their money. Got a half-decent team. This is the first year it made it to Champions League for next year.
Yeah, so
he spent all the money, brought all those good players in, and then I can't remember if you guys make it to Champions League or not, but you guys pretty much fall from graces after this.
Yeah, the following 3 years we missed out on Champions League by, a couple of points here or there, which obviously didn't help the situation. But talking about this year, 99 to 2000, we were flying. We were, I think we won like 6 in a row leading up to Christmas. And then middle of that jam-packed Christmas period, we lost a game against Arsenal, I think 2-0. And then we were first at that point or something like that. And then we just fell away. I think out of the last 16 games, I just looked it up, last 16 games, we only won 6. So we just dropped off all the way down. But we managed to survive and get Champions League and finish third, I think. But at one point, it was looking like we were going to potentially have a title push, which would have been huge.
You guys bring in Harry Kewell, Alan Smith, Jonathan Woodgate, and Rio Ferdinand. Where did you guys sign Rio from?
West Ham, we bought him for 18 million, which is a lot for the defender, even at that point.
Sold him on for profit.
Yeah, we sold him for 30, 35, something like that. Yeah.
Leeds make it to Champions League 1 out of those 3 times in that next 3 years. Did Rio Ferdinand ever go to Manchester United?
I think so. I think he always had aspirations I think Leeds was a stepping stone for him.
United come knocking with that team,
Yeah.
Used to just buy the best, didn't they? Like, they've got the best player. They got like Andy Cole from Newcastle who was flying. And that from Leeds.
I think the only person to say no to United at that point was like Alan Shearer.
Gascoigne did as well.
Yeah.
A little bit like Bayern Munich now in the German league. Probably around that time. Just best player in the league, smaller club, can play for us.
Yeah. But on the back of that, Jason, I think if we made it to the Champions League 1 out of those 3 next seasons, I don't think the demise, could have happened or may have happened. So just a sliding doors moment, I think,
Well, I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but that's kind of the conversation they're having around Aston Villa right now, where if they don't, that the entire model is based on them making Champions League. If they don't make Champions League,
right,
it could be a Leeds 2.0.
You think the finances, I think, are a bit different now with all the money in the Premier League. It's not as much as it was. But do you think that's why Aston Villa have pushed this past January window to get like Asensio, Rashford, all these like loanies in to try and bolster their attack, just to try and make that push for Champions League?
They could even win it. And it's obviously a long way to go for a team like that, but PSG next.
I saw Asensio's eligible to play against PSG.
Is he on loan from PSG?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought so. From what I heard, and again, this is not my field, so I have no idea. But yeah, if they don't make Champions League within the next 2 years, it's a big mess for them.
Well, there was a floating around the PSR, weren't they? Last year, I think, with it was them. Was it Brighton, Newcastle that was selling players to each other?
Forest,
yeah. They were selling players to each other, making a bit of profit here and there to skirt by the PSR. So you might be right if they don't get the Champions League money and they spend pretty big, they could be a bit of bother.
We're all way off topic, but this is actually a pretty good conversation. The 3 clubs have gone down this year pretty much. Are going to go down, and that's, I think, 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row. So the teams that come up from the Championship can't survive in the Premier League and they go straight back down. Forest is the last team, I think, that came up and stayed up, that are now thriving. Obviously, they're pushing for Champions League. They got a huge PSR fine and just rode with it. I think they got a points deduction, right? They played through this points deduction, avoid relegation, and now they're flying. Listen to a really good podcast where that might be the only way to break we'll say, the monopoly in the Premier League in terms of teams staying up and down, is to break PSL rules, deal with the fines, not get relegated, and then 2 years later you will just be okay.
It's just such a massive gamble as well, though, because like you said, if they got relegated that first year, then it's just like down, from there.
The gamble of how many points you're going to get deducted as well. Like, there's no threat of this. There's no
What was there? It's 4 points. It was 4 points they got.
They got 4, right?
And Everton got 10, I think.
But then got down to 6, right? Because we'll see. So, like, you don't know, it could be 10, it could be 12, it could, like, depending on what happens with fucking City as well, there's going to be a precedent set there as well. There's no guarantee of how many points you're going to get deducted. If the FA decide to throw a book at them and say, right, you've got a 40-point deduction, they've got to get 80 points to fucking stay up.
One of them, and it's scared money don't make money.
Yeah.
We'll end up bringing this back to to Leeds, sorry. But is the problem that the clubs are doing this, or Forest did this and took a big gamble, or the system doesn't allow it to happen? This year's happened quite nicely with Brighton coming through and competing. Fulham's on the cusp of it, so they're not too bad. Obviously, Forest where they are. As a system that's broken, are we really going to punish them for finding a way to get this done that severely? Like, where's the line in this here?
They all vote for it though, so it's like, I don't know if the system's broken if they're all voting for it.
Well, I think another part of this is that if you got to make a decision, and one option is to sleep with your sister or sleep with your mom, you got to make a decision. You take the lesser of two evils, right? So, you say that when they vote for the system, but what's the other option that they had in place? That
the way it was, like you were running off losses and you try and recoup money from sponsorship or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't understand it enough to be able to talk knowledgeably about all the finances and stuff. But from what I've saw, like, they took a gamble, kind of knew what they were doing, and it looks like it's paid off.
Well, it's like Newcastle have got the richest owners in the world, but they're kind of handbrake on a little bit, because they can't do anything based on their revenue.
But they're not taking the gamble.
No, they have to sell players,
But they don't have. Especially someone like Newcastle, they don't have to sell players to make this happen. They could definitely overspend and take a point deduction and survive with no real qualms for the next 2-3 years. Like,
yeah, but there's surviving, and then there's aspirations to try and get in the Champions League. You know what I mean? Like, they've had to not spend any money really, and there's always talk of Bruno Guimaraes going to fucking City, of that. So I think Newcastle are waiting to see what happens with this City 115 charges, because some of the rulings have been gone for City's favour, which have been like, oh, just putting money in, so that they can be like, hang on, right, well, if City got away with that, that's the precedent that's set. Now we're going to do that. We're going to pull fucking 50 into the club or whatever.
Yeah. Then you guys could go for it.
And so to cap it all off and bring it back in full circle, there was a correspondent from Scotland the other day I was listening to, and he was just saying how well Celtic did in the Champions League this year and got some good, decent money, which is brilliant. But he was saying for the Scottish game, it's pretty bad because Celtic get a huge boost of revenue from doing so well in Champions League. They're already separated from the pack in the Scottish Premier, right? Nobody can really touch Celtic. Now they got this more money, more power to sustain themselves. If we see any other Scottish club, we could argue Rangers maybe, but outside of Celtic, the next 5 years in Champions League would be very surprising. The same thing will happen in the Premier League also. It is the same 4, 5, 6 tier teams that are making Champions League, putting on separation, almost forcing the North Foresters to break rules. Like, how long can Newcastle survive not making Champions League, not making that kind of money, to be able to spend the money they have already? Do you know what I mean? And if there's a better system in place, does Leeds have to throw all that money into one pot to make it in the Champions League? And if we don't make Champions League, the entire team. Like, it's not like they didn't make Champions League anymore and they ended up mid-table, had to rebuild the squad again. They went flying down the leagues, like almost ruined the club. Do you know
But
what I mean?
to be fair to them, though, it's a massive club, so they've, because of the fan base, because of the stadium, like they've been able to also build back up.
We had,
You know,
we had to sell Ellen Road and sell our training ground, and it's only within the last, I don't know, say, obviously we're talking this was like 25 years ago when it happened, but it's only within the last 10 so years we actually bought our stadium back.
probably because of the city, because of the people, because of that like passion for football in Leeds, that they've been able to build it back up. But then if you look at like this season that we're talking about, Wimbledon went down, and they had to change their name to MK Dons and never to be seen again, kind of thing.
It should. There's so much money in the game now, especially in the Premier League. Should we be looking away from club ownership and looking for a different model that has a better guarantee? Because, like, to Mark's point here, Leeds survival is based purely on their fan base and how big of a club they already were before they went into trouble. The club's going into trouble without the fan base that Leeds have. The only reason United are in bigger trouble now is because of the fan base and the commercial business that they are. Like, without shadow of a doubt, you can't have this much money in the game, and then your resolution is, oh yeah, but your fan base is big enough to for your club to survive.
But if you didn't do that, though, then what are the other options? It becomes like, it could be like in the US, and like introducing the salary cap or something like that, and then you go away from the promotion and relegation, which is just never going to happen. That would be shit. So I don't know what the solution is, because the bigger teams are always going to make more money, so they're going to be able to spend more money, and it's just like how it is. And that's why stories like Leicester winning the league 10 years ago are so special.
Maybe they'll go towards a franchise model.
That'll be the end of the fucking English game, then.
Maybe the Super League was the answer.
Argue that City are trying to do that franchise model with the City Group and purchasing New York FC and Melbourne FC and all that stuff. And you've got the Red Bull model as well.
Well, yeah, but so it's Forest too, actually.
So
Yeah, Forest owns like AK Athens as well.
So Red Bull have got a stake in Leeds now, and that's why we have Red Bull as our shirt sponsor. So they're a franchise kind of thing, aren't they? I think Jurgen Klopp's working for them now, isn't he?
Yeah, you guys might win something now. Bob, you're quiet there. What do you think?
I agree with everything. Yeah, me arms.
He's eating nuts and having some pizza.
It's a reflection of the TV in the back. East corner. Let's do it.
All right, it's time. Let's go.
East corner.
Where the game's on. Guess the old lineup. Let's get it on. From the pitch to the stars who played that day. Test your memory in a fun way.
All right. So we're going back to naming the squads. So the game I picked for this week is Everton versus Manchester City in 2014, May 2014. So the 2013-14 season. Everton v Man City. Score was 3-2 to Man City. And the referee was Lee Probert. Does that help?
Who are the managers?
They were the Linos.
Mancini and Moyes.
Mancini and Moyes. All right, that helps me a lot, actually.
It's a guess, by the way. But
All right. Who's starting with Everton?
So, yeah, you can start with Everton if you want.
Liam Baines.
I was going to say Tim Howard,
Goalkeeper,
keepers up
Jason.
before.
goalkeeper, Leighton.
Tim Howard.
Was it Tim Howard?
Tim Howard. Tim Howard is the goalkeeper.
Leighton
Leighton
Baines.
Baines, left back.
Leighton Baines.
Sylvan
Tony
Distan.
Jagielka and Distan centre.
Yeah, Tony Hibbert right back.
It was
Good one, Dan Ryan.
Jagielka alongside someone else, but not Distan and not Julian Lescott.
It was Distan. You just said Distan.
Yeah, he was on the bench. It's not him.
Distan, not Leska.
I'm looking
Jags.
right now.
Jags.
But Hibbert was right back.
No.
Was it Coleman?
No, it was the Irish lad.
Yeah,
Right back.
Coleman's a
David
shout.
Coleman.
Miss Coleman.
Yeah. Was it Ashley Williams?
Was a good shout.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Wales.
Oh, no.
Different nationality.
John Stones.
Stones is correct. Uncle
Yeah.
Across the middle. Kevin Kilban was in there.
No.
Who's
It's all the, like I
One
said,
of these is
last
all-
time,
who
all
was
the
that?
years.
Who was that flashy Belgian winger that played for Everton?
Morales.
Morales, yeah. Damn.
Waste of time.
One of these is pretty tricky. The other two you definitely know.
Osman and Cahill.
Leon Osman is correct.
Halo's before that, surely.
Cahill still there or no?
No Cahill.
Yannick
You're not on the
Bolasie.
bench either.
James McCarthy.
James McCarthy, was also there. So this guy, I don't think you'll get him. He's Paraguayan.
Oh, tell us.
What's his first name?
Antolin.
What was his second name?
Got his middle name.
What's his name, Beth?
His name is Antolin. Antolin Alcaraz is the Paraguayan.
They got an Alcaraz now, haven't they?
The forward. No, you've got the three forwards here that you need to get.
Yelovich.
Lukaku's one.
It was that little black guy they sent from Tottenham. Lennon.
Ross Barkley.
Ross Barkley is the other, and there's one more.
And
Give us a
gives a
wing.
nationality.
Gotti.
Oh, Naismith.
Naismith.
Stephen Naismith.
Stephen Naismith.
Great show.
The other. Dan Yates. Well done. So that was Everton's starting lineup. Joel Robles was in goal for the subs. Tony Hibbert, Sylvan Distan, Luke Garbutt, Aidan McGeady, Ryan Ledson, and Gerard Delafeu.
Yeah.
So, can you name Man City's starting 11 for the
Joe Hart.
2013-14
Joe
season?
Hart and goal.
Joe
Joe
Hart.
Hart was in goal.
We
Micah
got
Richard.
Micah Richards, yeah. Richard Dunn.
Not
was he?
Correct.
Oh, Zabaleta.
Zabaleta, yeah.
Company.
Clichy left back.
Company.
Clichy, yeah.
Vincent
Company, correct. He was the other centre back alongside him.
Julian Lescott.
Is it Malanga?
No.
Malanga. Who's he?
Mangala.
He
a little
played-
bit later, I
he did-
think.
Yeah, he was. He was a little bit later.
Mangala.
Mangala. Yeah.
Yes,
Some
he did.
Clubley's at it again.
Another Jambalaya story. Isn't it?
Longa
What was the fucking Argentinian with long hair?
Not Demichelis.
Michaelis was the other centre back
Was it?
alongside.
Ah,
Vincent
great
Kompany,
show. Is he German? Yeah.
He is Argentinian.
The Argentinian with the long hair.
Is he German? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his dual citizenship, half German, half Argentinian.
He's one of them that escaped the war crimes of Argentina, probably.
The midfield.
Sam Nasri.
Sami Nasri, yes.
Yaya Toure.
Remember that.
Yaya Toure, yes.
Gareth Barry.
Gareth Barry, no.
James Milner.
James Milner, yes. Well, one more.
Bruyne there? Or David Silva?
No.
James Milner playing outside, so
David Silva was on the bench.
Who's the guy that got put in jail?
And Thatcher.
Johnson.
And it wasn't Ronaldinho. What?
Yeah, Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah.
who played midfield? Who am I saying happy birthday for Yaya Toure? Was it Frank Lampard?
Real his nationality.
What are we missing there? Is it defensive mid?
Spanish.
She's not David Silva. Bernardo wasn't there.
He's Portuguese, anyway.
Good point. Well done.
Did he play for Spain? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Centre mid?
Defensive mid, isn't he?
Mate.
Yeah, I know.
I'd be able to remember this.
Yeah.
Didn't they have Rodrigo before Rodriguez? Didn't they have like two of them? The bald guy?
Not a Garcia type name, is it?
Oh, Javi Garcia.
Javi Garcia.
Javi Garcia. That is the correct answer, Javi Garcia.
I was going to say
midfield.
Fernandinho, but he's Brazilian.
And who was up top? Two
Edin
forward.
Dzeko.
Jacko.
Jacko and
Aguero.
Aguero. Jacko scored 2 in this game.
Aguero.
Aguero scored 1.
Is Balotelli on the bench?
The subs for City were
Suspended, probably.
Pantilimon in goal, Julian Lescott, Kolarov, David Silva, Fernandinho, Alvaro Negredo, and can you name the Montenegro player?
Jokovic, something like that.
Yeah, Steven Jovetic is the final sub. Yeah, 3-2 Man City. Aguero scored and then Jacko scored.
Yeah, we did.
Good one, that City.
Negredo was a proper flop.
Yeah, he was. Who else did he play for? He went to somewhere else as well, didn't he?
Well, he came from Italy, I think, right?
He'd have played for Sevilla,
but-
didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, so he went to-
Them or Valencia.
Did he not play for anyone else in England?
Wait, didn't he beat Liverpool with Sevilla in the European Cup final?
Negredo, Bob.
Yeah, I thought he played for someone else in England, but maybe
He
not.
played he was on loan at Middlesbrough in the 2016-17 season.
That's a pub quiz question, that, isn't it?
Scored 9 goals in 36 appearances.
I can do that.
Alvaro. Right, Yates, what's your new thing?
Alright. We're going to start a league table, boys. We're going to have 10 fixtures. We're going to pick a score for each fixture. If you get it correct, as in, like, say, 2-1, you get 3 points. If you guess that you get a win, you get a point. So if you guess a draw and it's a draw, you get a point. If you guess it right, you get 3. And if you don't get it right, you get nothing. So we're going to have 10 fixtures from this weekend coming up. Everyone's going to tell me what they're picking, and then we'll see who got the most points after week 1.
Was that Super Six?
So you want,
That Super Sixes?
Basically, yeah.
you want score lines as well?
I just want a scoreline here. So, Everton versus West Ham. Mark, what are you saying?
Everton, West Ham, I'm going to go 1-1.
Jason,
They're going to regret getting rid of Whitey. It's going to be 2-1 Everton.
well,
Can we do the same score as well? I was going to say
Yeah.
2-1. I think West Ham are doing a little bit better now in that score. But Everton are doing well, so if they're at home as well, they are. 2-1 I'd go for down the man.
Everton, okay. Bailey?
2-0 Everton. Is it Goodison, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-0 Everton.
Club?
2-2.
2-2. I'm going to go 3-1 Everton. Ipswich Forest, Mark.
3-1 Forest.
Jeff?
6-0 Forest.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey,
What do you say?
Bob.
Oh,
Getting back to me.
2-0 Forest.
2-0 Forest. Okay.
1-0 Forest.
Clovers.
I'm going to go 1-1.
I'm going 2-1 Forest.
I can't wait when Chris was scored the 4th goal in the group chat. It's going to go mental and be like, told you all, you fucking knobheads.
No idea what we picked.
You still would have got it wrong. You said 6.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, Brentford.
Bournemouth, Brentford. It's at Bournemouth. I want up Prince and go for 2-2.
2-2. Okay.
Almost 2-0.
Bournemouth 2-0 Bournemouth.
2-1 Bournemouth.
Penny.
3-1 Bournemouth.
2.
Yeah, 2-0 Bournemouth.
I'm going to go 1-1.
Could go anywhere that game. That'll be a good one.
Southampton, Wolves, Mark.
Southampton, Wolves. Southampton are going to win 2-1. Pick up some points.
Chase.
Yeah, 3-0 Wolves.
3-0 Wolves.
That's always.
Bob.
I'll go 2-0 Wolves.
3-0 Wolves. Penny.
0-0. Dead boring.
Okay. Tom.
3-1 Wolves.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Wolves.
Wait, why did everybody laugh when I said 3-0 Wolves and Tim says 3-1, one contract
No,
goal?
I was laughing because
because
I was gonna say 3-0.
I'm laughing because you said, Mark said Southampton pick up points and you went, yeah, 3 Wolves. City Brighton, Mark.
City are going to win 2-0.
Okay.
I think Brighton are going to win 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
Ooh, at the 8, yeah.
Off.
2-2.
2-2. Penny.
I'll say.
Tom.
3-1 City.
Come on, Seagulls, don't let me down.
I'm going to go 2-2. Arsenal, Chelsea, Mark.
1-0 Arsenal.
Chase.
They struggled against PSV in the cup, so I'm going to say 1-0 Chelsea, they nick it.
Struggled. They won about 10-3.
Yeah, the first game, the second game of 2-2. What are you talking about?
Game was already won though. They didn't give a shit.
Sterling was playing, that's why.
Who?
Raheem Sterling.
Struggled. They only won by
I
6
don't care about
goals
him.
against PSV. So
But Arsenal, Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
Penny.
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Tom.
3-2 Chelsea.
3-2 Chelsea. I'm going 2-0 Arsenal.
I don't see Arsenal scoring 2 goals.
Leicester United. Smart.
United win 3-1.
Jason.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2-1 United.
1-1.
Penny.
So,
Tom.
3-0 United.
I won 3-0 United. Won a couple of games. We're on a roll.
Okay, I got some confidence this lad.
Liverpool, Newcastle, Mark.
0-0. I think it goes to extra time.
All right, Jace.
Wait, he's got to pick a winner.
No, it's 0-0.
I know.
Right, final.
0-0 after 90.
Full time score is the score.
Jesus Christ. All right. 1-0 Liverpool.
1-1. I think it goes to pens.
1-0 Liverpool.
2-1. 2-1 Liverpool.
I went 3-0 Liverpool.
Jesus. Who's the Liverpool fan here?
That's what I thought.
He's
That's like-
hedging his bets.
You're smashing. All right, QPR Leeds. Come on, Mark.
Where are QPR in the league? I have no idea. I know Leeds. But Leeds win 2-1.
Jace.
I'm going to say 2-0 Leeds.
2-0 Leeds. But
Yeah, 2-0 Leeds.
30.
2-0 Leeds.
So,
Say
Yeah.
1-0. 1-0 Leeds.
I'm going to go 1-0 Leeds. And then
2-0 Leeds.
Wednesday, Sheffield United.
Oh, that's this
Ooh.
weekend.
Sheffield United. It's
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah, it's fucking Hillsborough.
On
innit?
Wednesday.
Go on, Matt.
Wait, is the game on Wednesday or they playing
What it was
Wednesday?
this weekend. What are we doing this weekend's game?
It's Sheffield Derby, Jace. They're not there.
Let's go. Blades win 2-0.
Jace.
Yeah, I think Blade are the better team, right? So we'll go 3-1 Sheffield
Which one?
United.
Got to add your bets there.
United.
Bob.
2-1 Sheffield United, 90th minute winner.
Okay.
Paulie C goes wild.
Did he get negative points if you didn't get that bit right? 1-1.
Oh, come on.
As much as I'd like United to lose, they'll win 2-1.
I'm going to go 3-0 Sheffield United.
Looks a
Needs
3-0.
3-0.
Right. All right. That's the end of the 10 fixtures. We'll
Wait, no West Ham games, no.
yeah. Anglian versus Bottom.
TNS just won the
Glenn
league,
doesn't
just so you
know,
know,
lad.
if you guys are interested.
Is that good?
What's the scoring for this? A point for the correct result.
You get 3 points if you get it bang on correct. A point if you get you say Liverpool win. Or it's Liverpool draw. If the game's 1-1 draw, you'll get a point. And then nothing for being shit.
So wait, if we get the points right, you only give me 3 points.
Yeah, because you win. It's a win.
So if I nail the score of one game,
If you
I get fair straight at fucking 5 or 6-0, and you're telling me fucking Mark Downey gets 4 draws in a row and beats me? Fuck off. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Not playing.
Or judging by my performance on FanDuel, you've got nothing to worry about, lads.
back next week to see who takes the first week's inaugural top spot.
You know, we should. Can you create something that people can guess as well during the league? Play against us.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, for
Get
sure.
some chat activity going.
Yeah, that'd be decent, to be fair.
Well, it's brilliant.
Hey, boys. Well, thanks for watching this week's episode of the Old Fashioned Football Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with all your friends. We'll be back next week with more nonsense.